A couple years ago, the NFL Network's Rich Eisen popularized the phrase, "Punters are people too." They may not be as big or as fast as other football players, but the kickers, punters, and long snappers are an integral part of any team, especially at Boise State. Here's my ninth and final On Your Sidelines position preview.
It's a tight-knit group with the specialists, especially because majority of our time is on the sideline, standing around talking and making jokes. Our playbooks are an inch thick of, the Coach Harsin section.
I wouldn't even call it a playbook. I would say it's a schedule and make sure you're here on this at this time, and that's it.
And then the linemen come in and it's, 200 pages thick, and we just kind of stand there and, it's kind of awkward, but it's good.
So the specialists at Boise State don't have a lot of summer reading to do. That's fine. They found other ways to fill their time.
When we're here all day, we kind of come up with some games.
Me and Sean play a lot of ping pong. I actually won the series this year in fall camp for the first time. So, and then we make up games. We ended up playing baseball in the team room one day, and just a lot of knick-knack things.
Senior Dan Goodale is not only the ping pong champion, he's also reprising his role as the starting kicker. Dan made 17 of 19 field goal attempts in 2013.
I know what I'm going to get when I step out on the field, and I've experienced everything. I've experienced the lows and I've experienced the highs, and so I know what to expect now, and I think that's allowed me to be more comfortable.
When the ball comes off his foot, it's just like, it's a boom. It's crazy, and how far the ball flies and how high it goes. And I mean, he's pretty much money. I don't want to jinx him, but he's doing really well.
Dan has done a good job with that group in particular, leading that group and having those guys prepared when it comes their time to practice. Because there's some lag time that they're not always out there, and they've come out there and they've done a good job for us.
Former head coach Chris Peterson was known to actively avoid field goal attempts, especially from outside 40 yards. Dan says the new staff is giving him more of a chance to show what he can do.
We've definitely expanded our range a little bit. We're kicking from deeper, and when we do need to kick field goals, we're going to kick field goals. I've gotten a lot of reps in practice, and that's been good. And most of the reps have been game-like reps where we get live looks from the defense, so that's been good too.
Tyler Rosso will serve as Goodale's backup and will likely take over the starting role next season. Redshirt sophomore Sean Whale is the only punter on the roster.
I haven't really thought of it as, me being the only punter, as like other people have said, like job security, but for me it's kind of just me going out and doing my thing and getting better and being the best that I could be.
He gets a hold of it now, and I think he does a good job with that. He's more consistent now than he was.
The kickers and punters, we get some recognition. I feel bad for the long snappers, especially because they get zero.
All right, Sean, just because you vouched for them.
That's good.
Kevin Keene and Matt Coda are the two long snappers. Keene should be the starter.
Kevin and Matt have done a great job, and they get, nothing, but if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we are, We couldn't do our job. By
the sounds of it, all the specialists have had a strong, consistent fall. But what about trick plays? How consistent are they then?
I could throw decent. I'm not Trevor Harmon, but yeah, he could throw that thing. Oh my gosh.
I don't know about that. Whatever they tell me to do, I'll go do that. So that's something you gotta have to ask Coach Harsin.
Through high school and stuff, I always joke, I'm gonna take it to the house and I'm gonna score and all this. But hopefully we'll get the shot.